To kind of start it all off. Maybe I'll keep this going. This is something from my son Joseph to Big Dan. The way he was always there. Every game, every practice, every school event, dinner, and everything. Help he gave no matter what. Rides to hockey, to school, or even to a party of 30 minutes away. It was never too much for him. 2 kids in his car, 3 kids, 5 kids. Anyone that needed a ride was welcome. Not just the rides, help for anything at all. 2 greatest things I've ever done were playing for Top Gun and going to Nobles. And Dan was the reason I did both. He helped me to get on the team and even helped more to introduce me into the school. He didn't have to. He had 4 other kids, but he was willing to treat me like a 5th and help me to become the best I could be in every aspect of my life. He never asked for anything in return except a smile on your face. He never wanted to see anyone unhappy, and he'd do whatever he could to make you happy. Thank you, Dan, for always helping me and treating me like part of your family. I will never forget you.
This one is from Chris Bork, and how appropriately, he named Danny the man. If there was a definition for the man, it would most definitely be a picture of Mr. McGoff right next to it. This guy was the coolest guy to be around. He would make you laugh no matter what kind of mood you were in. He was there for all our games. He was there for all of our practices. And most of all, he didn't miss a party. If he didn't make it to the party, man, that party would be boring. Mr. McGoff was a real classy man. How true. My latest memories of Mr. McGoff was jamming to some sweet oldies tunes, going to their house from a practice. I wish he was still here so we could all see, all of us grow up and see how we've all succeeded. Mr. McGoff, we all miss you. Chris Bork.
This is from John Guthier, and what I remember most about Dan McGoff. I think that's a hard question to answer because Dan had so many talents and was so generous. Nonetheless, I'll try to sum it up in a paragraph. I remember the Top Gun practices in Charlestown that leave until 10 p.m. on Friday night. The snack bar would be closed, however, Mr. McGoff to the rescue. He always opened it up for us, and sometimes gave it to us for free. Dan was always there when you needed it. He used to always give me a ride when I needed one. He was that kind of guy. There is really unlimited things to talk about, so my last point will be Mr. McGoff's drive for excellence. He strived to be the best at what he did, and he wanted his kids to do the same. Before I end it, there's one more. His love for oldies like the Temptations. Yeah. This was truly an honor to write something like this. Thanks. Danny McGoff is my friend, and I miss him. And all you need to know is he was that kind of guy. That's the kind of guy Danny was. Well, I always like to point out, I'm here. Bob introduced us to Dan McGoff. This whole crowd. It's pretty amazing. So we owe it to Bob. And Dan's relationship with the college is amazing. So, but I want to say it's an honor for me to stand here, hard with this amazing group of people, and to be with Dan. Really, it's Dan, second son to me. He's just an amazing guy. Dan got up and spoke at Brian's wedding down to Eileen, which was incredible. I'll never forget it. So it's an honor for me to stand here and read the words of Aaron and Brian to Dan. It was incredible. So bear with me here. So it's easy to remember the fun times we had with Dan and what a character he was. And he was a character. That reminds me of a classic Dan story. A long drive to Montreal for a hunting tournament. We walked into the lobby and we see Dan hanging out, looking pretty relaxed. Hey Dan, how was your trip? Dan replied, not bad. We bought a new van in Montpelier. No big deal. Whatever. What a character. Like, really? But the thing was, I think most of all, the thing that impressed me about Dan, it was always about the kids. Everything he did was for the kids. His kids, our kids, kids of Charlestown. Dan never looked to be recognized or applauded for the time and effort that he put into helping the kids. Dan would rather never have his name mentioned, and when people attempted to thank him or recognize him for something he did or accomplished, he would always minimize his efforts and deflect the attention to others. It takes a big man to do that, a man of great character, and that was Dan. Brian and I had a conversation about Dan the other day, talking about the golf tournament. Brian said to me, it always felt good after talking to Dan. He said that Dan always made something good, had something good to say, something positive about his ability on or off the ice, made him feel confident about his play, and something more important, his chances with girls in Charlestown. Dan, we love you, we miss you, and it's an honor to be here. Thank you.
And last, I'd like to close with a poem entitled Memories of Mr. McGoff by Dan McGoff. Mr. McGoff was a funny guy with a sparkle in his eye, singing oldies and telling jokes while we ate food and drank Cokes. On our way home from the hockey rinks, makes you stop and kind of think about the good times, of which there were many, why God would take him when there still should be plenty. He always stayed with me when my parents were late, to make sure I didn't go through the hockey rink gate to the streets of Charlestown where I wasn't a townie. What would I have done if he wasn't around me? I think I will always remember him as a big guy who loved being with Danny and always said hi. He loved his kids and Doris and the rest of us. His heart was as big as a school bus. He laughed with us and liked what we did. He really was one of the kids.